What's up everyone, Doyler here, and we are back for week 2 of the Idle Heroes Best Heroes Fan Voting Championship. This week we are doing the Fortress faction. Last week we did Shadow, so be sure to check out that video. And next week we will be sliding on over to Abyss. This will all culminate in a tournament of champions with the top 3 from every faction, plus some outliers that will be voted in again by you, the fan. So last week's ran incredibly long for those of you that watched live. I apologize. This is obviously something that I've never done before. And we started with all 35 Shadow heroes. So this time we only started with the top 16 seeds arbitrarily decided by me in the Fortress faction, which means that Bleaker actually got cut for Fire Fist and OD01 got cut for Woodcutter. So if you want to see OD01 or Bleaker or any of the heroes that get eliminated, be sure to vote them in during the fan voting. So with all of that out of the way, let's hop right into the first match of the first round, Woodcutter versus Inosuke. Alright, since you degens couldn't handle it already in the first round and you tied Penny and Iceblink, we're going straight to the coin, no revote, no recount. So since Penny is the higher seed, she will be heads, Iceblink will be tails, and we're going to let Google's coin flip pick for you guys. Alright, it is tails. Iceblink moves on. For those of you that are Penny fans, she is in the losers bracket. Don't fret. Let's get a move on to Shia versus Mirage. Alright, so that is the end of round 1. That went much quicker than last time. As you can see, Inosuke beat Woodcutter, Emily took out Flamestrike, Iceblink beat Penny, Mirage beat Shia, Sherlock took out Fire Fist, Ormus beat Siggy, Unimax beat Honor Guard, and Mikey beat Valentino. Not really any upsets in the first round, a few interesting matchups in the second round, but don't forget that all 8 of these heroes will be in the losers bracket to have a chance to come back during that bracket run. So let's slide right on over to round 2 with our first matchup of Inosuke versus Emily. Alright, like I said, this is much quicker than last week. So round 2 of the winners bracket is already over. We had our first surprising upset to me, Emily taking out Inosuke. And then Iceblink beat Mirage, Sherlock beat Ormus, and Mikey beat Unimax. So a lot of people who remember what Mikey dodge was like are still in the stream this week. So we're going to move on to round 3 of the winners bracket, finish up this, and then eventually we will... After round 4 of winners, we will go to losers to see who faces off against one of these 4 for the championship. All right, so we finished the quarterfinals and the semifinals of the winners bracket. So Emily took out Iceblink and Sherlock took out Mikey. Nothing too exciting there. And then Sherlock managed to beat Emily in the winners bracket semifinals. So Sherlock is going to go on to the winners finals. So that brings us to the losers round. So losers round 1 is going to be Woodcutter versus Flamestrike, Penny versus Shia, Fire Fist versus Siggy, and Honor Guard versus Valentino. So let's get it started with Woodcutter versus Flamestrike and see who gets to face off against Sherlock. Alright, so the second match of the losers bracket, Penny versus Shia, was a tie. So we're going to flip the coin again. Penny is heads, Shia is tails. Shia takes it, the coin has it. Let's go right on to Fire Fist versus Siggy. All right, it happened again. Second matchup in this round, Honor Guard and Valentino. Honor Guard is heads, Valentino is tails. Give it to us, coin. Honor Guard takes it, and we're gonna slide right into losers bracket round 2, and then we'll do an update. All right, so the first 2 rounds of the losers bracket are over, and we have 8 eliminated heroes. Flamestrike, Penny, Fire Fist, Valentino, Unimax, Ormus, Mirage, and Honor Guard are out of the tournament. So we've got 3 more rounds in the losers bracket. Next round, we've got Woodcutter versus Shia and Sigmund versus Inosuke. That said, let's take a quick look at the standings as well, since we are fairly far in the tournament. So we now have our top 8 heroes locked in. Shia, Woodcutter, Siggy, Inosuke, Mikey, Iceblink, Emily, and Sherlock are going to be guaranteed a slot in the top 8, but let's see who faces off against Sherlock in those finals. Alright, so 2 more rounds have been knocked out already in the losers bracket. Woodcutter took out Shia. Siggy upset, in my eyes, Inosuke. Woodcutter took out Iceblink, and then Siggy took out Mikey. So the losers semifinals has Siggy against Woodcutter, and then the winner is going to face off against Emily in the losers finals. Let's jump right into Woodcutter versus Siggy. All right, Woodcutter does beat Emily. Whew, Woodcutter climbing through the ranks, the memes. All right, we're going to keep the... All right, so the losers bracket is over. Woodcutter, who these were random seeds, but Woodcutter is showing up with this random #1 seed. Woodcutter beats Siggy and Emily to go on to the winners finals. So we're going to keep this bracket up. We're going to keep everything live. We've got Sherlock versus Woodcutter. And remember, since this is a double elimination bracket, Woodcutter would need to win twice and Sherlock only needs to win once. If you are alt-tabbed, come back, drop me a Prime sub, vote. This is the last 1 or 2 matchups in the whole tournament. Yeah, server 26 is fairly low power. I don't know if we have anyone over 10 million. Here's another, yeah, no one, only one person with 3 transcendents and no one over 10 million yet from the looks of, oh, wait, there we go, Jason. I forgot June's account. But yeah, June's still running 2 transcendents, but he's at 12 million. He's got plenty of stellar. He's running Amin, Sherlock. I don't understand the Rogan in this lineup. He's running a sustain heavy team with a Rogan. He's not outspeeding anyone but like other Sherlocks. I don't, yeah. People are running Rogans trying to beat matchups that they're not facing. Especially on this server, like, all right, Sherlock beats Woodcutter. There is no need for a second matchup. So in the end, Sherlock takes the whole tournament. Sherlock is the best Fortress faction hero, according to you, the fans, and the viewers. So let's check out those final standings before wrapping this up. So Sherlock takes first, Woodcutter takes second, Emily is in third, Siggy's in fourth, Iceblink and Mikey tie for 5th, and Inosuke and Shia tie for 7th for the top 8. Sherlock had an easy run, just blowing through winners bracket. Woodcutter lost in the first round and had the most matchups overall, and everyone else only needed 4 matchups to get into the top 8. So this was a ton of fun, a lot quicker than last week. So don't forget to tune in next week where we will do Abyss faction to figure out who the best hero in the Abyss faction is. We will start with the top 16. We'll have to figure out who those are since there may be some 4 and 5 star heroes that make it. But don't forget to click those like and subscribe buttons if you appreciate the content. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. For more of my beginner guides and tutorials, you can check out this playlist in the top left corner. If you want to watch my Orange Artifact free-to-play tier list, check out this video up here in the top right corner. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons if I've provided you with any value and help me grow this channel.